Hello everybody, this is Bronislava, your host for this project, which is going to be grouped into a playlist. So look for the playlist if you want to knit along. And I also do have a blog where you can go and find lots of free patterns, so you are most welcome to visit it. In this playlist you will see a video how to knit this particular cable. In the second video I will be talking about how to start this project, how to do the head opening, and how to finish it. In a third video you are going to learn how to attach sleeve, and I will just briefly talk about how to finish it as well. In the next video, fourth video, you are going to be learning how to crochet a half ball. It looks like a ball, but it's actually a half ball. So I will show you how to do that. In the video number 5, I will show you how to color these balls, and I will show you ideas how to attach them. Okay, so it is a sleeve time, and what we need to do is measure how deep sleeve we want, right? So I will need 8 inches from the shoulder to the underarm. So let's go and measure our rows, how many rows we have in 8 inches. Each of these is 6 rows. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a little bit and a half. 6 times 6 is 36, and half of 6 is 3. 36 plus 3 is 39. So this is 39 rows. Okay, now let's go and think how many stitches we need to cast on along my edge, along this edge right here. Okay, so let me see how many stitches we can go, because this cable is going to be pulling the sleeve closer together. So how many stitches do we need? So let's go and measure from here. And we're gonna measure from here to here. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10, a little bit less than 10. So it actually comes out, so 10 times, because this is 4 stitches. 10 times 4 stitches is 40, but we will go and take 1 out, so that's 39. Hey, with this, my cable, I will have 39 stitches in 39 rows. Works perfect. So now I will count 39 rows over here, and I will just cast on 39 stitches over here, and then I will do the same thing over here, 39. Okay, and that will be actually how many? That will be 70, let me see, 78. Okay, so since I do need 78 stitches, 39 this way, 39 that way, 78 stitches, and my pattern has to be multiple of 8 stitches. So I would fit 9 repeats. That would be 72 stitches is 8 stitches repeat, and then I still would go and have 6, 3 on this side and 3 on this side, 6 stitches. Okay, so 3 and 3. So what I will probably do, I will cast on my 78 78 stitches, but I will just work on I will keep those 3 extra stitches out of my repeats and use them for tapering the sleeve. Okay, so but I will start with 78 stitches, and then every so often I will go and taper the sleeve to make it a little bit more narrow. So this is what I will do for today with my for my sleeve with my cable pattern. All right, I marked my 39 stitches right in here. From here to here is 39 stitches, and from here to here is 39 stitches, and I checked how many stitches I have from here all the way to the bottom, which is 35 approximately, and the same thing over here. I have 35, actually the long ones, not all of them, so it would be 70 stitches. Okay, 70 here and 70 here. So it actually works out very well. And now I will cast on, and instead of going just to the outer edge, I will go through 2 of these through the whole stitch. Okay, because it is going to be much better. So I will go through all of these stitches. Let me show you. I will start right here in this stitch, and then I will go through this one, this one, this one. So any stitch that belongs that with the short, with that little bump, I will go through that as well. Okay, and so I have to go through 39 of these. When I hit my mark over here, I will have to do the same. I will have to go through 39 stitches this way right here. Okay, and that way it's going to go and look really nice, the cast on. Actually, I want to crochet my sleeves together, so I will need extra yarn. Okay, and now over here, okay, the first 2 stitches are always very hard, and then the next stitch and a little tiny stitch. It looks like small stitch because of those little knots. Okay, and I will just continue until I have 78 stitches. Here I am, I have 78 casted on stitches. And you know what? I decided that instead of knitting back and forth, I will go and make this sleeve in the round. So I will take my double pointed needles. You can take double pointed needles. You can go and take circular needles if you want. And I will go and knit in a round, because I don't want to be working on the other side with my purl stitches. It's gonna be so much easier to work only with knit stitches with this pattern. Okay, but if you don't like to knit in a round, always the next round is going to be purled, but I will knit every single row until I get to my edge where I will do purl and knit stitches. Okay, so let me go and switch it to my double pointed needles. Okay, so I switched into my double pointed needles, and we are going to connect it. So this is where we stopped on my long needle, and we will connect it into a circle. And I really didn't need to have this so long because I will not need it for my sleeve to sew my sleeve together. So, but I know that I will use that for something. And so let's go and just keep working. 3 rows, 3 more rows in the circle, okay? So this was our first row plus 3 rows is gonna be our four rows all together, okay? And now make sure that you really tighten up the first 2 stitches, and also right here this is gonna be a little bit loose, but we are gonna go and pull the cast on yarn a little bit later on when we're finished here. But let's go and knit 3 rows. So we have total 4 rows. I am finished with my 3 rows, so all together with cast on I have 4 rows here, and I'm ready to work on my cables, okay? Since I need to work with multiple of 8 stitches and I have 6 stitches extra, so and this is underneath my arms, okay, I will just knit these stitches and I will not include them into my cables. Okay, so these are gonna be just knit stitches, the first 3 stitches and last 3 stitches. So this is gonna be knit, knit, and knit. And later on I will use these stitches for decreasing to make my sleeve narrower. Okay, so now we are going to make a cable, and we are going to go and do, this is going to be a back cable. Let me do it this way. This is going to go into the back and we will knit these in the front. So we're knitting these to this in this direction, okay? So we're crossing these over the ones that are in the back, okay? And now these are going to be crisscrossed, these in that direction, and these need to go in this direction. And I'm not saying left and right because when I go and edit this video for lefties, they would be confused if I would be using left and right because they have it in opposite direction. Okay, one more time. It's as soon as I show you what I'm doing, I will start working on my lap because that's so much easier, especially when this sweater is so bulky. Okay, so that's my first cable, and now we're gonna go and do the next cable, which is again, this is gonna be in the back and this one is going to be knitted in the front in that direction. Okay, now the back. Okay, now we need this here knitted in the front in that direction. So now we need to knit these in the back first, and now these in the front, and I will repeat this all the way to my marker right here, all around, over until here, and then these I will only knit. Okay, now this is going to be a little bit difficult, so what we will do is we are going to move, because we need to work with 4 stitches, we are going to go and move these stitches, okay? So we can work with 4. So sometimes I will need to go and move my stitches from one needle to another. So this needs to go in the back, and this needs to be knitted here in the front. Oops, it fell off, and I'm probably getting out of the view over here. Okay. So that's 1 and 2, and now the back stitch. Now the back stitch, 1 and 2. All right, so I finished my last set of 4 stitches, 4-stitch cable over here, and now we need to work. I don't need this one anymore. Oops. And now we need to knit our last 3 stitches. All right, am I going to go and do it? Okay, so we will finish last 3 stitches in this row. So this row was the cable row, okay? So that would be like row 1. Now we will knit 5 rows without cables. And since I'm not going back and forth, I don't need to do any purling. So I will just knit 5 rows. So after my cable row, I did my 5 extra rows, okay? So that's my cable row, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. And now it's my cable row again. So every 6th row, there is a cable row, okay? So what we need to do is we need to knit first 3 stitches, okay? And then we will be working with these 4 first. So these 2 are going to go and be crisscrossed in front of these 2. So these are gonna be in the back, these are gonna be in the front, and then these are gonna be in the front, and these are gonna be in the back. Okay, so they are going to go toward each other. These 2, as they went away from each other, now they need to go toward each other. Okay, so let's knit first 3 stitches. Okay, and now this one needs to be in the front because it will go in that direction. Okay, now we will knit the ones in the front. And now these need to be in the back, and these need to crisscross in the front. So we will take these and push them in the back and then knit these 2 stitches. And now we will knit these 2 stitches. and I will repeat these 8 stitches again all the way to my marker. All right, and then I will just knit my 3 stitches, and then when I'm finished with my 5 rows again, like over here, like these, okay, I will start another cable, but when I will this cable, okay, but when I'm doing that cable, I will decrease 1 stitch over here. I will make my cable row, and then I will decrease over here 1 stitch as well. So then I will go and be working from then on for 2 times cables. I will be working with only 2 stitches here. So I'll be decreasing and making that sleeve narrower. All this is gonna be written in my pattern, so don't forget to go and check my blog, okay? So here I am. I'm finished with my sweater entirely, and I just want to talk about those sleeves that we just finished. As you see, this is great, right? And so I want to talk a little bit more about casting on directly on the sweater, okay? So if I would not have, for example, the cable in here, the cast on would be different than from cast on here with my cable. For a different type of pattern, not cable pattern, not this particular cable pattern, I might cast on different number of stitches along my rows. I just wanted to say that. Other than that, I finished my sleeve with 7 rows of 4 knit and 4 purl, and then in the 8th row I bind it off, okay, and then I just weaved in all my ends. But my last thing, what I will be doing to this sweater, according to what my daughter really would like to have, because she loves this sweater, and she sent me a picture from internet. But by the way, there will be a link below this video, okay, for the original sweater. And I have no idea who is designer, but my daughter loved that sweater, so I recreated this sweater according to that particular picture. Anyway, so the last thing that I will do for her is put these little balls that I have created, that I have crocheted, okay, and so I will be putting them into the sweater. A little bit more happy for the winter time. The original sweater that I saw on internet was just 2 color. It was green with white balls. I will also show you how to make these balls, and every ball that I made, I also colored. Okay, so here you can see how it's going to go and look when all these balls are going to be pulled through the openings in each cell and tied on the inside. And this is all I wanted to go and share with you for today. All right, don't forget, I have links below the video. Always click below the video. There are links that might be of interest to you. Also, if you like the video, don't forget to like it. Don't forget to comment on my video. Share with your family and friends. Subscribe to my channel. Follow me on social media. And you will see me another day.